Well, hello, my fellow Veemers, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Video Marketing Made Easy. Now, when you upload your video to YouTube, YouTube wants to show your content to people who will watch it. I mean, that's in YouTube's self-interest because they want to keep people on the platform. The problem is if you upload your video and you just hit publish and you don't say anything about it, it's really hard for YouTube to know what the video is about. And if it doesn't know what it's about, it's hard for them to share it with the people that should be interested in it and want to watch it. So there are a few simple things that you can do to tell YouTube what your video is about and for, in turn, you to get more views. This is called optimizing your videos for YouTube. Now you can get really into the weeds on this whole subject and spend a lot of time on it. And if you want to do that, we recommend that you follow Sunny Lenarduzzi's YouTube channel. She's helped a ton of us and I really like her style. And I'll go ahead and put a link to her channel in the description below so that you can check it out if you want to learn more about all this stuff. But what we're going to be doing in this episode is that we're making it for people who don't have a lot of time to spend on getting into the thick of the weeds and optimizing. You just want to know some quick things that you can do right now to make sure that you're making good use of the platform and your YouTube videos. After we go through these tips, we'll go over the analytics for two of our videos, one that was optimized and one that wasn't, just to show you what a difference it can make. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So step one, before you upload to YouTube, find a focus keyword for your video. It's called a keyword, but it actually should be a phrase. A focus keyword is a phrase that best describes what your video is about. The reason for determining your focus keyword is to help YouTube categorize your video. It has to be something that your target audience would be searching for. So it can't be what I love to do, which is make puns or clever tag phrases, because the truth is nobody's going to be entering that punny phrase into Google. Only I would come up with these genius puns that Jamie hates so much. So make sure that you make it really something that people are searching and not super creative. And also make sure that it's not too broad, because there would be so many results on YouTube for your video that'll be hard for people to find if it's too broad. You can go with your best guess for what would be a good phrase, or if you want to do some research, you can install this tool called Keywords Everywhere. It's a Chrome plugin, and how it works is that you'd search for your keyword on Google or YouTube, and Keywords Everywhere will show data for that search term under the search bar. On Google, it also shows you related terms people search for. So it's super helpful. And if you buy credits on this app, it'll give you more info like search volume, which is how many times per month that term is searched for. It took us 3 years to use $10 worth of credits. So needless to say, it's totally worth it. And I highly suggest that you just make this small investment. It'll make life a lot easier for you when it comes to searching for keywords. You can also start by typing your keyword into Google or YouTube and see what shows up in the drop-down under the search bar. Let's use foundation, spine, and postures scoliosis video as our example here that we'll use. This is a video that we helped produce for a local chiropractor. And if their focus keyword was something as basic as scoliosis, you'll see that it pulls up 560,000 videos on YouTube. If they use a keyword like scoliosis treatment, that's 567,000 videos. On the contrary, if you say the focus keyword is scoliosis treatment Hawaii, then 2.86 thousand videos, far less videos than the 550 plus thousand videos with the other terms. So once you have a focus keyword, use that in the name of your file. The file name is your first opportunity to let YouTube know what your video is about. And since we're on the topic of keyword search, I was hoping maybe you guys could help us out. What kind of searches have you done or would you do as it relates to your video marketing journey? I want to know what you normally would search help for, because maybe that's what we should make our videos on to help Vemers just like you. So go ahead and throw it in the comment section. Help us out. Let us know what kind of searches you would be putting in. Now, going back to what we were talking about, once you upload your video to YouTube, you'll be able to enter the title and description on the video details page. Try to make sure to include the focus keyword in the title and once or twice in the description. When you're writing the description, make sure you make it sound conversational and not creepy or like you're a bot. Actually put some thought into the description. For example, sticking with the foundation spine example, you wouldn't want to make the description, "At Foundation Spine and Posture, we offer scoliosis treatment in Honolulu, Hawaii for people diagnosed with scoliosis. Scoliosis treatment in Hawaii is our specialty." What that's called is keyword stuffing, and the algorithm does not like that. Remember, you want to write to help the YouTube algorithm, but you also are writing to your audience as well. And if they see something like that, they'd be like, "What the?" Instead, use the description to tell people what the video is about. Provide links to your website and other resources. Another cool thing that you can do with the description section is that after you write your description, you can lay out chapters in your video. Now, chapters is basically like different topics or subjects within your video. So if you want your viewer to be able to skip ahead to certain parts that are pertinent to them or of interest to them and have it so that they don't have to watch your entire video, you can go ahead and break up your video into little sections and have timestamps for them. And so in the bottom of your description, you can write timestamps for like here at this time, like 7 minutes and 13 seconds is when we talk about baking cookies. And then at 8 minutes and 12 seconds is about going for a walk, things like that. What that'll do is in your video timeline, it'll also show the little breaks so that people can skip ahead to the parts that they want to. This is another a cool, sneaky way of adding in those keywords without making it all weird into your written description. But it's also helpful for your viewers to help guide and help them navigate through your videos to the parts that they're interested in. Now, there is a certain formula that you do have to follow when making chapters in your description, and it has to start with 00:00 as your first chapter. You know what? To make it easier for you, just go ahead and look in our description because we make chapters in our videos, so you can see an example of how to format your chapters by just following what we did in our video right here. So go ahead, take a look in the description, take a look at the chapters, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Then go and scroll further down on the video details and you're gonna see the tag section. This is where you can add things like anything that people might be searching for. We always include our business name and my name here, and you should also include your focus keyword and anything else you talk about or other ways to say your focus keyword. So if we're sticking with the scoliosis example, it might be non-surgical scoliosis treatment, or scoliosis treatment options, physical therapy for scoliosis, scoliosis chiropractor, exercise for scoliosis, and on, etc., etc. YouTube says that this section is mostly useful if the content of your video is misspelled a lot, but honestly, from what we've seen and some of what the experts that we follow have said, it actually is very helpful to use this section and to tell the bot what your video is about. So I would say still do this because it can still help from what we've seen. Now, those are the easiest things that you can do to optimize for YouTube. But if you're also able to create a thumbnail, which if you're not familiar with what that is, that's the video cover photo that you see when you're looking in the video listings. The goal is to make it eye-catching so it stands out. You want to use big font that is legible when the thumbnail is small, and to aim for no more than 4 words. If you have so many words in there, it's just going to get all mumbled, jumbled up, and it's not going to look good, and people won't be able to read it anyway. Try to use the design elements from your brand identity. Remember that little lesson? Well, if you don't and need a refresher, I'll throw the link to that episode in the description below. But the reason why you want to do that is because people will start to recognize that it's you and it's from you. And it just makes it easier for people to go, hey, I like those guys. I'm gonna go watch this video. Now let's go ahead and take a look at an example of a video that we did that was optimized and one that was not optimized, and see what exactly the difference is between the two. So the first one we're going to look at is a video that we did called Las Vegas Reviews Hobak Korean Barbecue. Now this one, we added a thumbnail, made the title searchable, and we didn't update the description, but we did add tags like Las Vegas Reviews, Korean Food Review, Hobak Korean Barbecue, Nolan Hong, Las Vegas Food, etc., etc. We have a bunch of tags that we put in there. Now I posted this video back in 2019. It currently has 1,300 views, and in the last 28 days, it's had 60 views with 3.3 hours of watch time. Most of the traffic comes from people doing YouTube searches and Google searches. Now, on the contrary, we have a similar video, which we called Vegas Food Adventure Shake Shack. Now this time, we didn't make a custom thumbnail. We just used one that was a screenshot that was grabbed by YouTube. The title isn't very good. In fact, it's not great at all. It's Vegas Food, and it's not searchable as Las Vegas Reviews. There's no tags in it, and we posted it also in 2019, and it only has 73 views. And in the last 28 days, 0 views. So again, these two videos really similar. Only difference between the two is the thumbnail, the focus keyword, which in this case, Las Vegas Reviews and Hobak Korean Barbecue, and tags. The huge difference in views is not only just in the legacy amount of views, but just that the fact that we're still getting views on one of them 3 years later. So to summarize, it's all about the long game. It's not about going instantly viral, but if you take these steps, you're going to greatly increase your chance of your videos making an impact for your business or nonprofit for years to come. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. If you like the video, make sure to hit like, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new episodes, and please subscribe so that way you can get our weekly videos without interruption. And if you would be so kind, please leave us a nice comment as well. We'd love to hear from you and love to talk with you as well. And if you haven't joined our free Facebook group yet, please do so. It's a great community of Veemers just like yourself, and it gives you exclusive access to our post-show live Q&A, where both Jamie and I jump on live with you and answer any questions that you have, any follow-up issues that you have after each episode. And it's a really great time. So it's free. Go ahead and sign up on it. I'll put the link in the description below so it's easy for you to find. And we'd love to have you join there. All right, that's it for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful time optimizing your YouTube videos, and I'll see you next time on another episode of Video Marketing Made Easy.